In class, we studied about ceramics, then we studied about monsters and how they started. Then we looked up at monsters and how they influence ceramics.
What both of us research is an Asian belief of we Thai people and Param in the story of Ramakien.
Param is the protagonist in Ramakien. He is a reincarnation of a Thai god called Panarai.
Once in the gates to heaven, there was a giant who had to wash the feet of the angels who were gonna meet Prain. We was always tortured and pranked by the angels.
Then one day he went to beg Prain to give him a diamond finger that points to anyone and that person will die.
He overused it and ended up killing most angels up in heaven. Panarai was given the task to end the giant's life.
Then after killing the giant, just before dying, the giant had challenged Panarai to reincarnate himself as a normal human being with no special powers.
The reincarnated god is Param.
My idea's generation came from a Japan cartoon series called Naruto. It's a continuous cartoon series which the creature I made is kind of my own imagination and combined with what I saw in the show. It's also made from one of the creatures that had a tail of an octopus. It's called Hachibi or Eight Tails. Also, there was a creature which is representative of a cat, but then this cat is no ordinary cat. It's a cat made out of flames, which its whole body is basically flames, but in the figure of a cat. Then the idea of the eye popped up in the show. Then I just think that it might be interesting if I kept the pattern continuous. So I made the eye, then I kept the pattern going on.
My idea generation comes from an old cartoon when I was a child, which is Monster Inc. It's a very fun cartoon movie. So when I got to my idea generation, I thought of a green eyeball man, Mike Wazowski. He's quite different due to that his eyeball is mostly his body. Well, I saw that he had a very cool feature, so I decided to make a close replica of him.
Now moving on to the process of pinch pot. If we're gonna make a pinch pot, we cannot make it with a clay full of air. So what do? We have to wedge it. What is wedging? Well, wedging is a process that we make the clay flat on the surface to get rid of all the air bubbles inside the clay.
Then after we wedge the clay, we take about half of the clay and make both halves into balls. Then we insert a thumb inside the clay just so that it's in the middle to not poke through. Then we keep on squeeze it slightly and softly, then smooth out the clay until it looks like a bowl.
The process of putting them together, we can't just simply apply them together. We need to score and slip it. Well, what is score? Score is basically scratching the surface of the clay so it doesn't fall off when we attach it. Then we need to slip it. Slipping is basically a water mixed with clay. So what do we do with the slip? We put the slip onto the scored area and then we attach it together.
After we attach it, then we have to make a core to support it, so we make a core that can cover the figure we just made. Then wrap it around the area that we just attached, then smooth it out on the clay. The last step is to wait until it dries.
While we wait for our clay to dry off a bit, we can come to the process of making features for a monster. Features are part you will make for your monsters, then you apply it to the main body that you made pinch pots with. The feature that is the most important for our monster is the feet of our monster. If we don't make the feet for our monster will not be able to stand and balance.
But please remember, when we apply its features, we have to revisit the process of score and slip. On every single feature you apply it to the main body, please remember to use score and slip, or else the feature will fall off your monster body.
Of course, when you are doing your pinch pots, do not be afraid that your hands will get dirty. It's natural. And please remember to keep your clays moist, but not too moist. Don't rush on your work and you'll end up being just fine.